And then there was one. Back here as the season ends today in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, season 35 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series, I should say, ends today with the 31st and final stop of the season, the Napa Auto Parts 500 at Atlanta Motor Speedway, where we were at earlier this season for race number 4 on the year for the Motorcraft 500, where we saw Noah Sewell win the race. Can Sewell make it a clean sweep here today? And the better question is also, who will take the championship for the Castrol GTX Cup Series because it's now a whole new ball game heading here to Atlanta with 4 drivers with a mathematical shot at the championship now. And let's get the starting lineup for this running event. And on the pole at 187 miles an hour is the championship points leader, Cole Deaver, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, car number 3, Daytona 500 winner this season, and also, excuse me, that's all he's won this year so far. But he is the pole sitter for this race here today. He needs to finish 11th or better to win the championship for this series here, and I'll explain why too. Beside him is the winner of this season at Richmond. The second Richmond race is Zachary Fitzwater in car 30, the Pennzoil Pontiac. Second row has car 71, Charles Sanford, trying to salvage something in what has otherwise been a so-so year for the 71 team for the California Crusher. He's alongside the winner at Darlington in the Southern 500. It is Daniel Boyles in car 27. Third row has the winner who dazzled them all at Bristol in the night race. It's Ben Cohen in the 68 Country Time Oldsmobile. He's alongside Keith Bass in 68, the Texaco Haviland Ford. Number 20, I should say, the Texaco Haviland Ford. He'll be back with this ride next season. Fourth row is Colin Cropley, the 25 Kodiak Chevrolet, winner of the day race at Bristol. He's alongside number 33, Nathan Orman, the Skull Bandit Oldsmobile. Fifth row is car 55, Chris Dalton, the 600 winner at Charlotte. He also won a second Dover event this season. He's alongside number 98, Matt McIntyre, the Banquet Frozen Foods Chevrolet. Row number 6 has car number 9, Jessica Shelton. She's got an outside shot at the championship. She's 124 points out in 4th position in the points coming in this event. Winner this season at Riverside. She's alongside the aforementioned Noah Sewell, number 8 Snickers Buick. He's trying to go for the Atlanta sweep. He won there, and he won there the first race there earlier this season. He also won at the second race at Michigan. Going to row number 7, it's car number 94, Dylan Potey, the Sunoco Ultra Oldsmobile. He's alongside the winner this season at Watkins Glen. He's alongside another driver with the shot at the championship, Joshua Osborne, the Quaker State Buick, car number 26. He won at North Wilkesboro and Dover this season, and he is currently, I believe, 97 points out for the championship, so he's not far behind as well, too, in 3rd position. Row number 8 is number 17, Rafael Leduc, the Pepsi 400 winner at Daytona. Western Auto Chevrolet is alongside number 4, Kodak Film Chevrolet of William Brock. Next row down is number 90, Caleb Foger, currently sitting 14th in the points coming in this event. He's alongside number 22, I should say, the winner this season at the first Richmond event this season. It's Mitchell Hodak in number 22. Next row down is number 24, William Brock, and beside him, the man who is 58 points out of the championship hunt. In second position, it is Dylan Young in the number 2 Miller Genuine Draft Pontiac. He's currently sits number 2, 58 points out of the lead. And he's a winner once this season that came at Martinsville. Next round is number 5, Austin Reid, sitting in the top 10 of the points coming in currently right now in the number 5, Tide Chevrolet. And number 66, Eric Monaco, who'll be taking over that 4 car next season. Next round is number 52, Seth Cullen in the Alka-Seltzer Pontiac, number 52. Beside him, number 12, Ryan George. He's alongside number, that's Ryan George is sitting alongside. Next row, Tori Gossett, 2-time winner this season so far at Sitco Ford, number 21. That's the car Quentin Moore's going to be driving next season. She's alongside number 6, Cody McGurk. Next row, 73, Carson Gunn, the Darlington winner, alongside number 10, 2-time winner this season so far. It's Alexander Rowe. Next round, number 7, that is Aubrey Scott in the Hooters Ford, and number 1, Trent Dunham. Next round is number 19, Jackson Haywood, and number 49, Reggie Fogelman. Next round has Quentin Moore, 5th place in the points coming in this event, with no shot at the championship this season though, but he's still got a good points finish so far this season. Number 15, Motorcraft Ford, he won at Phoenix. He's alongside number 43, Mike Becker, STP Pontiac. He'll be back with this car next season. Next round has number 75, Laura Chung, Pokin, a winner this season. She's alongside 3-time winner Kyle Matthews.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Command's getting the front engines for the final time this season in the Castrol GTX Cup Series in season 35. Kyle Mendes is the 3-time winner since this season so far, finishing up the starting lineup here. Next one is number 11, another 3-time winner. That's Kat Batson, the Bow Ford car number 11. She's alongside number 20. Rob Evans is starting shotgun in the field. Is number 18, the winner of the first Michigan event this season. Ryan Brommer in the Navy Chevrolet, car number 18. That car is going to have Interstate Batteries as a sponsor next season. So pace car rolls up on the pace car lets the fielders around for the pace up here. I'm going to explain to you why Cole Deaver needs to finish 11th or better here. Because when I calculated the points as well too, the minimum points he can earn if Dylan Young leads the most laps and wins the event is which is 185 points. Deaver can earn 127. If he earns 127, that's going to be a 12th place finish though. However, if he finishes 12th in the race, that's going to tie him and Young for the championship. However, if the case is Dylan Young won the race and Deaver finishes 12th, Dylan Young still wins the championship on a tiebreaker, which is more wins, because that would be 2-1 in favor of Young. So Young could still steal the championship away on a tie in the points chase here, by the way. So that's why Deaver needs to finish 11th or better. If he finishes 12th or better, if he finishes 12th, if Young leads the most laps and wins the event, then it's going to be a tie and Young wins the championship there. But 50 laps left in the season, though, anything can happen. It usually does, and Deaver can get the 5 points right away and lead the 5 points for leading a lap right away as the green flag is flown for the final time this season. Deaver trying to go a wire-to-wire job. He won the Daytona 500 to start the season off, has led the points since then. Off that fourth turn, Charles Sanford trying to take that lead away from Deaver, and Cole Deaver does get his 5 points for leading a lap here. And Jessica Shelton, one of the championship contenders, she's on pit road. The driver who came in this race number 4 in the points, 124, back in the lead. And she sits on pit road, and she's got a tire apparently coming down on the number 9 Coors Light Millie Ford. I tell you, if you talk about a driver who has a love-hate relationship with Atlanta, Jessica Shelton is it. She's won in the series before at Atlanta, but she has had hard luck on this track though. She comes out of pit road right there, and Jessica happens to be one of our in-car camera carriers in this event here today too. Winds that tachometer up to about past 9,000 RPMs and then puts her in the 4th gear. Has a lot of catching up to do in this event though, so Jessica Shelton falls by the wayside for the time being at least. So now with Cole Deaver leading a lap here, he can now finish 12th in the race and still win the championship by a 5-point margin if Dylan Young goes on to win the event and lead the most laps. So, but now one driver you can't count out as well for the championship though. If Young and Deaver should have both had problems and this guy goes on to win this race, Joshua Osborne, he can steal the championship for both those drivers now. Osborne comes in this race 97 points out of the race, out of the lead in 3rd position in the Quaker State Big, and Joshua has won twice this season. He won, as he mentioned, at North Wilkesboro, the first Union 400, and he also won the first Dover race in absolutely bizarre fashion in that event. And if Joshua can't get the championship here, if that were not the case right there for Joshua, then he's still had a pretty good season so far in the Quaker State team, which will be switching to Ford next season, by the way, too, in season 36. Battle for the lead here. Ben Cohen and Cole Deaver going at it here. Cohen led the last time by. Now Deaver leads this time by. Cohen and Cropley trying to shove Cohen past Deaver. Cohen, Ben Cohen, I should say, excuse me, currently probably upset that he will not get the Rookie of the Year championship, though. He was 2 points behind Tory Gossett coming into Atlanta, so So thus, and of course, the most you can gain in rookie points is 1 point. So because there's it being 2 rookies in the series this season, so indeed, so their speculation was right at Phoenix there. Tori Gossett is your season 35 rookie of the year, driving one of the cars for Q-Man Motorsports. That's Quentin Moore's team. In fact, she's Quentin Moore's girlfriend. As we told you at North Wilkesboro when she won the race, and Quentin finished second in that event. And whereas Tori, there she is in car 21. That's the car Quentin Moore's going to be driving next season, by the way, too. Since that was a Morgan Shepherd car in 1992. As far as Tori, well, I'm sure Quentin will probably find a ride for her, I'm pretty sure. So, if she wants to come back for next season. But great season for Tori. She's got 2 wins this season. That came at the first Martinsville race, and she also won the second North Wilkesboro race this season in the Tyson Holly Farms 400 there. So great run for Tori this season in car number 21 as you jump on board with Tori. Running right now 17th in the order. Up ahead of her is car number 17, Raphael LeDuc in the Western Auto Exxon AC Delco Chevrolet. See the speedometer on Tori, 187 miles an hour in turn number 3. And you see the tachometer right there in the center of Tori's screen, in the center of the door of Tori's dashboard. You see the tachometer no lower than about 8,100 RPMs there, and there's the Tori winds up to about 8,500 going into turn number 3, or turn number 1, excuse me. Getting a draft off Dylan Poteet's car right now here, up to about 8,300 RPMs going into turn number 3. So this track is one of the tracks constituted as an engine builder's nightmare. That is to say, of course, you know, they turn a lot of RPMs on these engines right there. Tracks like Atlanta, Michigan, California, Charlotte, Texas, places like that are considered engine builders' nightmares for those very reasons, because of high RPMs they turn. Some of you may ask, well, what about Martinsville, since they turn a lot of RPMs on that track? Well, they do, except you do go lower RPMs, though, in the middle of those turns there. As we explained to you, that track is known for about long 800-foot straightaways and very tight hairpin turns, about like turn 11 at Sonoma, just about. But Atlanta, yeah, those engines do not get a breather at all as far as going down low RPMs and everything. They barely back off going in those corners, but that's about it. They're almost full throttle all the way around, much like they are at Daytona or Talladega, except these cars are unrestricted engine-wise. And also, it depends on how much you want to gear your car, how much RPMs you want to gear your car up for. If you want to gear it conservative, or if you want to gear it to go all out. And the risk you do take if you gear it to go all out, though, for more horsepower, though, you do risk the more chance you have of blowing the engine up. So that's the thing with Atlanta back in the day, obviously, too, before they turned that track into a whatever the heck that is now. Daniel Voiles and Colin Cropley, however, has been going at it hammer and tongue for the lead the last few laps here. And now Chris Dollerton is going to push Voiles up the track right there, trying to make it 3 wide, come off turn number 2 right there to number 55, Jasper Engine's Pontiac. And that Pontiac, I think, is going to be another manufacturer. It may stick with Pontiac next season. I'm not sure on that one. 25 car still going to be in competition next season as well, too. 27 car, no word on that car next season as well, too. The 8 car, however, running behind the 55, that's Noah Sewell right there. That car is going to be a Ford next season instead of a Buick. So the next two Buicks on the inside right there, the 8 and the 26 cars are both going from Buick to Ford in season 36. Chris Dollerton led the last time by right there. You're seeing the sights and sounds of Atlanta Motor Speedway. Just tremendous racing here on this track here. We had a tremendous race in the first time he's here, And we are looking to see more of the same here today here in the season finale, which is now 17 laps old, and we have 33 laps remaining on the season. And where's our points concerners running? Well, Cole Deaver, you see him in that 3 car. He's running right now. He was clocked 7th the last time by. He and Joshua Osborne running right there together just about. The 326 machines right there. So Osborne, if he could not get the championship, and also too, if Dylan Young falls back as well too, Osborne could grab 2nd away from Young. Young, because he's not only was he 97 points behind Osborne for the title right there for the championship, he was also, I think to my calculations, 39 points behind Young for 2nd place. He was closer to Young than he was Deaver, obviously, points-wise, in 3rd position there. But either way, like I said, that 26 car can get a top 5 finish in the points there, unless something goes drastically wrong with that car. And here's another guy who wants to salvage something this season. That's William Brockett at number 4 Kodak machine. That car's been hit or miss this season. Not like it was last season, but this season it's been hit or miss for that Kodak team. He led the last time by, but now Dylan Poteet, the Watkins Glen winner, is going to take the lead this time by with the help of Tori Gossett in car 21. And now they come down extra share. Poteet wants to block both lanes, but that's not possible, obviously. One lane's got to give it. Whoa! And Boyle's just about got losing their 4th one at turn number 4. And oh no! Cole Deaver, the points leader's involved in this crash here. Keith Batson's involved. I saw Laura Chung, Alexander Rowe. Ben Comer was involved. There's Cody McGurk. There's, let's see, 7 car of Aubrey Scott was involved. That whole thing started when Quentin Moore just shoved Joshua Osborne into the wall off turn number 4. I mean, he just flat drove the 26 car into the wall big time. Reggie Bogelman was involved in the number 49 car. There he is, the Interstate Batteries Buick. Kyle Matthews damage to that machine, number 42 machine. Tori Gossett won the race of the start finish line this time by. Quentin Moore, number 15 car, was 5th in the points coming in this race. He did not have a shot at the championship though, but wanted to get a shot at the top 5. And there's the story right there. Car number 3, Cole Deaver, the points leader by 58 coming into this event, got involved in that big melee coming off turn number 4. And we talk about how it can be points-wise, though, as far as the championship right there. And one thing we also did not mention, the last race of the year occurs, and Deaver is out of the race! Oh, oh my gosh. Dylan Young could be licking his chops right now for the points. Let's take a look as to what happened in turn number 1 to cause caution number 1 to fly on lap number 20. It all started going down the backstretch here. Daniel Boyles got loose right there. He and Noah Sewell right there. Here they come. Sewell got in the wall. Now watch Quentin Moore. He and Osborne's going to go at it right there. Do a little... he just deliberately just turned Osborne right into the wall. Colin Cropley got involved. Carson Gunn got involved. Almost slipped right on top of Moore's car. Cropley goes upside down on the 25 machine. Oh my gosh, that may cost Cropley a top 10 in the points right there. And here comes the rest of the 3 cars right there. The other 3 cars right there. Cat Batson, Ryan Brommer, and Rob Evans. Those 3 guys did a good job missing that crash. And here's what happened to Cole Deaver right there. And he saw Osborne and Moore get right into the wall right there. Deaver thought he was in a pretty good position and missed the crash, and all of a sudden he slows his way down, and Osborne collects him at the last second and then gets nailed by the 12 car of Ryan George. And Cropley with a bad crash himself there goes upside down, as we mentioned, in the number 25 machine. But oh my gosh. And the 3-car Deaver is now out of the race. And where is Dylan Young right now? Young is currently 20th at this moment. So at this point there, Deaver's already out of the race here. And so Dylan Young, I mean, if he can move up quite a few more spots, he will steal the championship from Cole Deaver. Maybe right here, right now, though. But like I said, he's 58 points out, and 20 points is like, what, 100? Well, while I get everything figured out, though, we'll be back for restart right after this here. Tori Gossett is your leader. Back at Atlanta Motor Speedway in Atlanta, Georgia, where a big story may be happening for the championship here. Cole Deaver, as we mentioned, the points leader, knocked out of the race because of a crash happening on lap number 20 that was started with Quentin Moore and another championship contender, Joshua Osborne. And both here, Osborne is still in the race, I should say, too. He and Moore both. But Cole Deaver currently is out of the race in 37th position, and Rob Evans is now out of the race with a piston failure, so he's going to finish 36th there. So Dylan Young right now runs in 20th position. So at this time, Young does not have enough points to get past Deaver for the title. Dylan Young will only have gained, I think, 44 points if I'm not mistaken. Right, if I got the whole thing calculated, so he'll still lose the championship so far. He'll still lose the championship at this point by 14 points. If this race were to end right now, but we're halfway home. 25, lap number 25 right now. Tori Gossett is your leader. Second was Dylan Young. Third, but second right now is the 66 car of Eric Monaco, and it's the 27 car of Daniel Voiles in fourth position, and William Brock runs fifth, and Jessica Shelton is a lap down, but she's trying to get herself back on the lead lap and try to catch another caution flag in that number, to get that 9 car back on the lead lap here. Tori Gossett, meantime, looking for her third win of the season. As we mentioned, she won at Martinsville and North Wilkesboro this season. As we're halfway home now, 25 down, 25 to go in a battle of the ladies, except one's on the lead lap and the other's not. And number 43 car, Mike Becker, with an unscheduled pit stop, is now coming his way back onto the racetrack right now. And Shelton had to back off for Becker. That was a bad break for her, but she doesn't get the drive on that 43 machine, however. And if they can muster enough speed to try to get back past that 21 machine of Tori Gossett. Becker now moves back inside here. Shelton does not stray from her plan to try to get herself back in front of that 21 machine. And let's see, Becker right now, he's also a lap down. But meantime, Gossett is in danger of losing the lead right now to the number 90 car, Caleb Fogler, who goes inside of that number 66 car of Eric Monaco. That's for second place between the 66 and the 90 machines, while Dollarton, Voiles, and Poteet are all up in the high side right now trying to get back past. That 21 car will not let those 2 cars in front of her right there, but that's the kind of racer she has been this season. And not to mention also why she is Rookie of the Year for season 35, I should say. On board, Jessica Shelton's car. Again, with her running up behind Mike Becker in 43. They are battling for position, however, by the way, too. Becker is 34th, and Shelton, who you're riding with, is 35th. Jessica goes, going into turn number 3, 185 miles an hour. 185 going to turn number 3, down about 170 in the middle of 3 and 4. Flip flat to the 4 once again right there as Eric Monaco goes to the high side there, giving Mike Becker some room, but Monaco says no way. Well, Becker did move Monaco up the track actually. Now see if the 43 and 9 can muster enough speed to get around the 21 car. Up ahead as Shelton goes inside and she says, I want to be the first car a lap down. So as we mentioned, though, no lucky dogs in the series, I should say, too, though. No free passes, I might add. Now Dallerton goes inside. He's going to spoil Shelton's chances right there. Goes inside now, that number 9 car. Dallerton up to second position. And now Mitchell Hodak trying to get himself back up to the top 10 place in the points there. Now that Cropley is out of the race, I'm sure he didn't want to get himself back in the top 10 points in the points by the expense of his teammate crashing out of the race there, obviously, as he did. But unfortunately, that's the scenario the way it's going right now. But give it a look in where Dylan Young's at right now. He's running in 17th position right now in this race. So he is moving up a little bit. It's 3 points per position right there, so I think he can gain 6 more points, I think, too. Well, it's going to be close. At this point, if Young, I'm sure Cole Deaver right now is sweating it out there in the garage area with a wrecked race car. They're just hoping and praying something goes wrong with Dylan Young or he slips back a nut to where Deaver can win the championship. And, oh, they got caught behind the lap car of the 49 car of Reggie Fogelman, who got involved in that crash in that took out the championship contenders of Deaver and Osborne. And Osborne, meantime, is running 27th right now in air 5.5 seconds back of the leader. Leaders have now gotten around the lap traffic right here. Here comes Eric Monaco, low side of the racetrack, and look who's moved up now. Car number 2. Where he sits right now, he's got the title at this point where he sits. Well, I tell you, you also got to feel for Cole Deaver. The case being, he led the points from the Daytona 500 on down to Phoenix, and then losing it right at the last race of the year. That would be heartbreaking for that number 3 team. It's going to make him want him come back determined in season 36. Young is in 10th position now, trying to get around Nathan Ormond in car 33. Now Phil Parker dives inside in car number 24, looking for game position right there. And now they caught up behind the lap car of Carson Gum. And Gossett, again, she moves around that car. And here comes Zachary Fitzwater moves. It gets a little cozy there with Eric Monaco, and now Charles Sanford. Where did he come from that 71 car? He's now up to second position. And talk about drivers who's not yet won a season. Believe it or not, Charles Sanford's not yet won a race this season. He could try to close things out with a title, with a win himself, though. Austin Reid, another one who could close things out as well too. That 5 car's been solid the last few races. At Tide Chevrolet, trying to solidify himself a spot in the top 10 in the points. Going inside now, looking for that number 2 position there. Gossett's still out in front in that number 21 machine. Trying to get her first super speedway win. Her first 2 wins in the Castrol GTX Cup Series career so far. Both of them this season have both come on short tracks. Martinsville and North Wilkesboro. And here she could try to pull one off. Her first speedway win was here in Atlanta. Or I should say her first super speedway win, I should say, at Atlanta. I guess you might call this track a mile and a half, I should say, actually. But anyway, Austin Reid trying to close up on that front bunch right with the help of that 98 car of Matt McIntyre. $11 laps to go on the season here. Gossett's led the most laps so far. And where's Dylan Young right now in the number 2 car? He is now fallen back. Young right now has been slid back to the 22nd position, so he is not where he's supposed to be at right now. If he wants to beat Cole Deaver for the title, but now he's back inside there on Noah Sewell in the 8 car. Again, the 9 of Jessica Shelton. She is not on the lead lap. And not sure if she can hang on. Not sure that where she's at right now. She's 33rd right now in the race there, but I'm not sure if where she's at is gonna keep her in the top 5 in the points. As Jessica was number 4 in the points coming into and she had to pit in the early stages of the race there for a flat tire. There you saw the rest of the stragglers out on the racetrack right there. And in the meantime, we're down to 9 laps to go in the season. Can Tori Gossett hold him off for her 3rd win of the season? About to find out here. The 30 car of Zachary Fitzwater, he may give it a shot at trying to take the lead from that 21 machine. And Fitzwater closes up back at Sitgo 4 as they come off turn number 4. Fitzwater won the season at Richmond in the 2nd Richmond race, the night race there, while Mitchell Hodak won the day race there back in the 3rd race of the season. And Fitzwater, I might add, dominated that night race as well too. It was, believe it or not, that win was his first ever top 10 this season, which he had since gotten another one. I think it was at Rockingham in the AC Delco 400 when he finished 10th in that race there, and now trying to give himself another single-digit finish, I guess you're not saying, but he'd like to get another win himself in that number 30 machine to close the season out there, trying to become another 2-time winner this season so far. We've had, how competitive the season, as we mentioned, has been. 20 different winners this season, a new record, and only 2 drivers have won 3 times this season, and we've had a host of 2-time winners this season, one of which is out in front right now in Tori Gossett. We'll keep an eye on where Dylan Young is running right now in the number 2 car. He's running 18th right now. So if things stand right now at this point, there Young will still lose the title at this point if things still the same right now. Young will still fall short of things if things stay the same at this point. Five laps to go in the season, 4 to go now. Zachary Fitzwater closes back up and then up the 4th turn now. Gossett still out in front. She's led since the drop of the restart. Here comes Fitzwater, low side of Gossett for the lead. 6-0 is that yellow punted to the inside, and Zachary Fitzwater goes to the front. Now it's Austin Reid going to do in the number 5 car. What's he going to do? And what's Gossett going to do now? Is she going to wait till last lap maybe to make her move? We'll find out. She closes back up like we saw Fitzwater do a little bit earlier. And that was a speed shot at over 180 miles an hour here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Young is up to 17th now. And he's caught the draft right there in his front pack. That is trouble. That's bad news for Deaver. Gossett goes inside once again. Now we're 2 laps to go. We remember that finish we had between Seth Cullen and Quentin Moore last season where Quentin won by 1,000th of a second at the line? Can we see another one like that? An old lap car up ahead there. That's Reggie Fogelman. Is that going to, and that may screw Gossett over possibly. Here comes Fitzwater down once again. He's got the lead. But Fogelman's going to decide to either he's going to troll Fitzwater. Now he trolls Gossett. White flag. And oh, did that 2 car go to the inside? If that is the case, he may have just made the right decision. Oh my. That may have just been the championship move right there for Dylan Young. Through the 3rd and 4th turns they come here. Here they come off the 4th turn now. And across the start finish line, there's the winner. There's the winner of the race. It's Zachary Fitzwater wins the Napa Auto Parts 500 in Atlanta. And Dylan Young has just become your season 35 Castrol GTX Cup Series champion. In one of the most drama-packed race, last half of the race, I should say, at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Unbelievable right there. But Zachary Fitzwater gets his second victory of the season. The Pennzoil Pontiac goes to victory lane. And Matt McIntyre, how about that? It's 98 team finishes in second position. Third goes to Phil Parker. We haven't talked about him at all today in that 24 team. He ends up finishing third. Chris Thornton that caps off a nice day. He ends up finishing in fourth position. Fifth goes to Seth Cole. Sixth goes to Daniel Wells, who you just seen coming on the pit road. William Brockstyle, which is at least a good finish here. He ends up finishing in seventh position. Dylan Poteet comes up in eighth. Ninth will go to Dylan Young, and 10th to Austin Reid, averaging 157.614 miles an hour. And boy, Cole Deaver right now, I'm sure, walking back in the garage area and finding, if he found out the news already, with just absolute dejection to lead the points since the Daytona 500 when he won that race, and then to have a bad run, close up everybody at Phoenix, and then all of a sudden the coup de grace here in Atlanta when he got taken out in that bad crash at the last second when he got hit by Joshua Osborne, and then just all went to shambles for that Goodwrench team. What more can you say right there? I'm sure Deaver's got nothing to say at this point. Yeah. Rest of the finishing order right here. Tori Gossett, she was so darn close to winning her third race of the season, but settles for 11th after she gets shuffled back late in the going. Led the most laps in that race. So it was a 21 team, but she does at least get Rookie of the Year this season. And for season 35, Rafael Leduc comes up in 12th position, a solid day for the 17 team. Charles Sanford's 13th. 14th goes to Caleb Fogart. I think that should put him almost in the top 10, maybe in the points. I'm not sure. He may be close, actually. Eric Monaco, 15th. Then Cody McGirt, Nathan Orman, Keith Batson, Jackson Haywood matches his car number, finishing 19th. And Mitchell Hodak ends up finishing in 20th. Ben Cohen caps up what was otherwise a solid season for at least for that 68 team as far as rookie was concerned. He ends up finishing 21st. 22nd goes to Noah Sewell. 23rd will be Laura Chung. Trent Dunham, 24th. Alexander Rowe, 25th. Aubrey Scott, 26th. Kat Batson, 27th. Joshua Osborne, 28th. And I'm sure he's going to want to work with Quentin Moore after what happened come off to number 4 on lap 20 of that race. Ryan Brommer, 29th. Kyle Matthews, 30th. Quentin Moore, 31st. In the last car to finish on the lead lap. Mike Becker, 32nd. Jessica Shelton, 33rd. Carson Gunn, 34th. And Reggie Fogelman ends up in 35th position, 2 laps down. Cars out of race there. Rob Evans with a piston failure in 36th position. And there's the big story. Cole Deaver from the pole ends up finishing 37th after a crash that took him, Colin Cropley, and outside pole sitter Ryan George, or I should say, and also Ryan George out of race here. There, actually, Zachary Fitzwater actually was the outside pole sitter, actually. But 4 cars out of race here, 35 finished here today, and 31 of them finished on the lead lap. So congratulations once again to Zachary Fitzwater, the winner of the Napa Auto Parts 500. And here's your and we'll give you the points after here in just a moment.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?
We are back for the season 35 points review here for the Castrol GTX Cup Series, and of course also includes the rookie points that you see right down here, right there, where you saw Tori Gossett is your season 35 Rookie of the Year by 3 points over Ben Cohen, and what was really a terrific season for both rookies in this series, where they both have won the season. Tori winner twice, and Ben Cohen winner once on the season, so they can pretty much give themselves a pat on the back for that one too. That was a great rookie battle all season long. But the big picture right there, and the heartbreaking one for one, Cole Deaver, though, obviously had led the points from the Daytona 500 on, until a crash happened at today's race in Atlanta that gave the only points lead change of the season right at the last race of the year, and it was Dylan Young who took the championship away from Cole Deaver at Atlanta with a 9th place finish to Deaver's 37th, and that was what won it for the man from the state of Florida, Dylan Young, his second ever Castrol GTX Cup Series championship, and he did it with 1 win on the season, 8 top 5, 16 top 10 finishes, an average finish of 15th, and 2 poles on the season, and a point total of 3,795 points to Deaver's 3,772, 23 points back of the champion. Deaver got 1 pole, 1 win. That was the Daytona 500. The 1 pole came just at the last race of the season at Atlanta. So Deaver did have 6 top 5s and 13 top 10 finishes, and an average finish of 15.16 on the season. Joshua Osborne kept number 3 in the points chase despite the fact he crashed as well too at Atlanta. Osborne finished with 2 wins, 2 poles, 2 wins, 5 top 5s, and 12 top 10 finishes, and a point total of 3,697. And Osborne finished 98 points out of the lead. Jessica Shelton holds on to the top 5. Jessica finishes with 1 pole, 1 win. That was at Riverside. 9 top 5s and 13 top 10 finishes, and a point total of 3,655. And then Kat Batson holds on for the top 10 herself, top 5 points finish herself. She had 1 pole, 1 of 2 drivers with 3 wins on the season. On the season, she had 5 top 5s and 9 top 10 finishes, and a point total of 3,632. Quentin Moyer, defending series champion, coming into the season, he ends up finishing 6th in the points with 5 poles, 1 win, 7 top 5s, and 12 top 10s. Chris Dollerton, his comeback season netted him with a 7th place points finish, a top 10 points finish for the man from the state of Texas. No poles, but he did score 2 wins on the season, 7 top 5s and 12 top 10 finishes, and a point total of 3,605. He finishes 190 out of the championship chase. Kyle Matthews comes up in 8th position in the points. He had 3 poles, 3 wins, 7 top 5s, and 12 top 10s, and a point total of 3,589. Dylan Poteet, solid season for that number 94 team. He ends up with no poles, 1 win. That was at Watkins Glen, 7 top 5s and 9 top 10s. And coming home in 10th position, beating out Colin Cropley, is Austin Reid. He ends up finishing 10th position in the points. No poles, no wins, but he did have 6 top 5s and 10 top 10s, and a point total of 3,522. So, so I had to recount the number of winners. By the way, on 2 on the season. I said 20 winners on the season. Well, actually, we broke that. Actually, we broke that string. Actually, broke that. Actually, we had 1 more actually on this as far as race winners on the season. Actually, I said 20 winners on the season. We actually had 21 winners on the season. So my mistake on that. So we still have a new record though. However, the record as I said was 19 winners on the season. Well, now we have broken it by 2 winners. 21 winners on the season on the Castrol GTX Cup Series Tour. You look at that as well, too. 30 out of the 39 cars that started the season off, and all but 18 drivers have won. More than half the field has won this season on the tour. 2 drivers have won 3 times on the season, and we had a host of 2-time winners. The 2-time winners were Joshua Osborne, Chris Dollerton, Tori Gossett had 2 wins, so did Noah Sewell, and Zachary Fitzwater now had 2 wins on the season. He ends up finishing 30th in the points, by the way. After that, he had 2 wins, 2 top 5s, and 3 top 10 finishes, and 2 pole positions on the season. We gave the top 10 points finishers in the season there. Colin Cropley ends up finishing 11th in the points by 48 behind Austin Reid. No poles, 1 win, 5 top 5s, and 10 top 10s. Phil Parker comes on 12th in the points. He had no pole, 6 top 5s, and 10 top 10s. Seth Cole, 13th place in the points. He had no pole, 6 top 5s, and 13 top 10s. Rafael Leduc finishes 14th in the points, and Caleb Fogler comes home 15th in the points. Mitchell Hodak, 16th place in the points standings this season. Trent Dunham 17th, Keith Batson 18th, Tori Gossett moved into 19th in the points chase. Solid season for her, solid maiden voyage season for her. 4 poles, 2 wins, 4 top 5s, and 8 top 10s in the points total of 32.45. And rounding out the top 20 in the points was Carson Gunn with 1 pole, 3 wins, and 7 top 10, or 1 win, I should say, 3 top 5s and 7 top 10s, and no pole positions, I should say. Rest of the year, finishing order in points, Eric Monaco is 21st, Ryan Brommer 22nd, Charles Sanford is subpar for him 23rd. You know he wants to come back strong this next season. Laura Chung 24th, Matt McIntyre 25th place in the points chase, Daniel Voiles 26th, Alexander Rowe 27th, Ben Cohen 28th, Noah Sewell 29th, and Zachary Fitzwater with that win ends up finishing 30th in the points chase. He ends up finishing in the top 30 with that. Nathan Orman, you know he wants to come back strong next season. He ends up finishing 31st. Mike Becker 32nd, Ryan George 33rd, William Brock 34th, Cody McGurk 35th, and Rob Evans 36th, 37th, Jackson Haywood 38th, Reggie Fogelman, and last place in the points was Aubrey Scott. No wins, 1 top 5 and 3 top 10 finishes, and a point total of 26.92. So that is it. So that's your points review for season 35 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Congratulations once again to Zachary Fitzwater, your winner of the Napa Auto Parts 500 at Atlanta, and to Dylan Young, your season 35 Castrol GTX Cup Series champion on the season. The only time we had a points change on the points lead change on the season, and it happened at the last race of the year. Who would have thunk it at that point of the season? So thank you all for joining us for season 35 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got inner races, we got gaming videos, we got inner online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA Seth Cole desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Store Sell Cup Series, the main series on his channel. And if you want in on future seasons of Seth Series, be sure to get with Seth and he'll get you going on that. And also be sure to check out our other channel that's NNSCRA Offline Series. That channel happens to be from our series champion this season, Dylan Young. His channel is X867539858X. That's his channel. He's the man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup Series. And subscribe to his channel for some cool stuff. And also subscribe to the channel that he and Kyle Matthews does together. That channel being We the Coasters. If you're a roller coaster / theme park / amusement park fan, then We the Coasters is a channel for you. Subscribe to that channel for some cool stuff. And also subscribe to this channel you're watching here, the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel, for some cool stuff as well too. Like I said, we got gaming videos, we got in our online videos, we got in our offline videos. Whatever Seth Cole desires to have for that channel too, and even a few parody songs here and there. And don't talk to Carson Gunn too much about that neither. So anyway, that will do it for the season. That will do it. Thank you all for joining us for season 35 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series. We'll see you for the NNSCRA IndyCar Series, which will be coming up. Which a few videos have come up as the time this channel has, or actually only had a sign up video. Actually, I should say too. But actually, a few videos I think have come up as the time this video is probably put up by now. I should say too. But we'll be back we'll see it for season 1 of the NNSCRA IndyCar Series. And we'll see you later on for season 36 at Daytona International Speedway. When we come back for season 36 of this series for the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Sign up video will be coming up after the end of the season 35 of the IndyCar. Excuse me. Sorry, I can't talk today. Sign up video will be coming up for the Castrol GTX Cup Series for season 36. Will come up after the end nearing the end of the season 1 of the NNSCRA IndyCar Series. So stay tuned for that here. But for now, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA celebrating 11 years of offline racing at its best. We'll see you at the IndyCar Series at Daytona.